Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I do for a while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, I just really wanted some lunch, so that's what prompted this. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my I don't need no instructions to know how to rock shirt. What with the Aqua Teen Hunger Force and my man Carl there. Yes, indeed, folks. Yeah, I love this shirt. It is, if you're unfamiliar with Aqua Teen Hunger Force, it was an animated series that originally aired on Cartoon Network in their Adult Swim programming slot. It was very weird. Very weird. I know for myself and a lot of my friends, when we first saw it, we didn't know what to make of it. And I think it took a little bit to find its footing, but once it did, it just really got going and just really ended up being honestly just a phenomenal show. Like, it's a very much kind of thing you got to be into it, though. Like, it's not something for everybody, but it's super fucking funny. They still occasionally like release like episodes online, like through the Adult Swim YouTube channel, which has been cool to see, you know, them still doing stuff. And yeah, man, it's just, this is always a great scene from the series. Carl's badass, so, you know. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, I wanted lunch. Like, you know, it's a warm-ass day, and, like, I thought about just staying inside, but I knew I had to go check on my mail anyway, and I was like, if I'm gonna put on pants, I might as well go do a thing. So, I ended up, I specifically had a taste for sushi. And it's like, well, I don't want to put on real people pants, so I'm gonna go to a place where I can just wear some shorts and be chill. I hopped on out to a local supermarket chain called Mariano's, which I've gone over there and I've reviewed some stuff from Mariano's before, plenty of things actually. And I do have to mention with Mariano's, they are a local Illinois chain, so this review and my next one are gonna end up in my Eating Out Illinois playlist, because, you know, that's a playlist for just Illinois spots. But yeah, they apparently make freaking sushi burritos now. I like a sushi burrito. This specifically is their Kanikama burrito, which is, I looked up the translation, it's crab stick. It's crab stick burrito. So, let's go ahead. Let's take the thing off. I mean, I've had, like, really proper sushi burritos. In fact, I've reviewed a few for the channel. You know, these don't look to be at that level, but, you know, we're gonna roll with it. And let's see, what's going to be the best way to make this work? I think we'll do a little something like this, kind of like that, maybe. Ha 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 ha! Let's give it a go. Okay. I mean, right off the bat, I'll give it a certain amount of credit. It tastes fresh. I don't have any problems with the flavors. It's definitely got kind of a light vinegary sort of flavor to it, like the rice and stuff, which I know, like, for certain things, like, you know, they'll kind of add in a little something like that just to give the rice a little bit of a tang. It's not a bad thing, you know. I can get down with it. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but, the insides are decent, if a little underwhelming. You do get a seafood flavor. I mean, it's important to remember, like, the crab stick thing, if I'm not mistaken, like, it's not really crab. It's like just general seafood kind of mashed together to look like crab. Although I could be wrong. Maybe this is, just the crab actual version of it. I don't know. But yeah, it has kind of a general seafood flavor. I wouldn't say it's particularly crab flavored, but like maybe a little bit. And then there's like a sauce on the inside that's kind of creamy, a little tangy. Maybe a mayo or even, I'm going to go with a mayo. I was going to say maybe a mustard, but I don't think it has enough kick to really be a mustard. And then, you get like some of the greens and stuff, which is nice. It adds a nice texture, freshens it up a little bit. Yeah, it's okay. The mayo or whatever it is actually nice. It's got a nice sort of mix between like a mild saltiness and again like a tanginess. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think overall, obviously you saw me devour it. It's not bad. I think for what it is, I can get down with it. But I have to then keep in mind what it is. That's kind of the key thing with this because, like I said, I've been to really, really good sushi burrito places. Sadly, the one that I used to love the most, they closed down a couple years ago, something like that. I never even, got a chance to review them, but they were really fantastic. But I've gone to, there's another place called Poke Burrito. I reviewed a couple things from there. This is obviously not going to be anywhere near to those standards. It's just, those are like giant and overfilling with like a combination of delicious flavors and all that stuff. These are like the much more down-to-earth versions of it. Two questions have to be asked though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe on occasion, but probably not. And sorta. For me personally, I think that if I want a sushi burrito, I want a sushi burrito. And I'm willing to go over there and go to a proper sushi burrito place. And I'm willing to, pay a little bit extra for that experience because it's not something I do a lot, but when I want that, that's what I want, So for me, this isn't a horrible representation by any means. Like, there's nothing I dislike about it. But it's not the experience that I personally want from a proper sushi burrito. So would I maybe pick one up every now and again? Maybe if I was at Mariano's for whatever reason, that kind of deal. But I wouldn't just go there for it, By that same token, if I'm recommending it, sorta. Availability plays a lot into it. I would not recommend this as being someone's first sushi burrito experience because I do feel like it's an underwhelming one. But again, it's not a bad one. If you're fortunate enough where you have a place that does real sushi burritos, go do that, because that's going to be the experience that you really want. This, it's there as an option, and I think if, maybe you don't have a place nearby, that's certainly possible. Yeah, these are okay for what they are. But honestly, I think for me, even then, I would probably just recommend, get yourself like just some normal sushi rolls because I think those are probably going to be a little bit stronger of an outing. Whereas again, with this, not bad, nothing to dislike about it, but just underwhelming. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly proper sushi burrito-tastic rest of your life. Because proper sushi burrito is a thing of beauty. The fact that that one place closed down to this day just haunts my soul. Because it was such a good place, man. Like, their food was so good. I brought one of my friends there, and even he admitted, like, yeah, it was really outstanding. Ugh! I hate it when I lose good places. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, have you ever had a poke burrito? Or sushi burrito? That's, more what to say. Is it a thing that you've tried? Does it seem interesting to you? What's your opinion on the whole thing? Maybe it's something that you're just like, that's an abomination. I mean, I don't think it's an abomination. But hey, some people don't dig sushi. I've mentioned this before, but I think that as I've gotten older, that attitude seems to be kind of fading out. It seems to be an attitude of kind of the older generations, still sort of looking at sushi somewhat wearily as this foreign thing, and it's raw food, and whereas like now, I don't think I know anybody within my age bracket who hasn't had sushi on some occasion, and I'm sure there are people who are, but so I'd be interested to kind of get your take on that. Please feel free to comment and all that good stuff. And if you know any good sushi burrito spots, let me know. I'd like to hear about it.